Hawks Nest. My name is Nee, and I'm here with
Tilly.
and we are here with East Varsity Volleyball team as they take on number 7 in the GMC's Colerain.
Tonight, then you can make up. Tonight is going to be an interesting matchup. It is Hawks for the Cure. We are here to honor all of those that have survived or passed away or currently fighting breast cancer. This matchup is going to be very interesting. As we go into this game, we want to have high spirits, and this is going to be a very good game.
I think so too. During warm-ups, the Hawks seem to be in a good mindset and everything seemed to fall in place well. So, yeah, hopefully we're able to win this and do well.
We're coming off of a really good season so far. We did start off a little rough with 5 losses in a row, but now the team has been taken under control and they have been playing very well and very together as a team.
Their last game was against Alter, and they were able to win in 4 sets, which is still pretty good, considering the fact that the first 2 sets were 15 to 13, or sorry, 25 to 13 and 25 to 16.
I would definitely say that last Tuesday Alter game was a very interesting and good game for the Hawks. They did run some very new plays, and they ran some new lineups and put in a bunch of their subs and backups.
Do you think the same will be happening for this game as well, or are we sticking to our main lineups?
We're going to look, and it depends on how the Hawks play tonight. They're currently setting outside a bunch, but Colerain just could not pull that play together. Lexi Dreyer just put that tip in too good of a spot.
And with that,
we have Kaya, a senior Kaya who plays middle, and Nora Hunley is serving. Let's see if Nora will get this ace. And she has a very strong serve, but Colerain was able to pick it up. Defense having a little collision there, but Lexi was able to get around it. Oh, and Shay was just a little bit too short for that, but maybe now they'll get the ball back inside out. And that was a beautiful pass by Shay McKay. The call was 4 touches.
Currently serving for Colerain is Lauren White. She is currently a junior at Colerain High School.
Nora Hunley, the senior libero, just picked that up, but the block was too big and they couldn't cover it fast enough.
Lauren White will continue to serve for the time being.
Shay just made a very good play with a very good save. And they're putting Kaya up. Kaya is playing very good defense right now.
Nora keeps the ball up as it went through Kaya's blocks,
and
Lexi Dreyer!
Lexi Dreyer, the current junior, just slammed it down the line. Kennedy Peak, senior setter, is now serving. Colerain was able to pick it up, but the block got 2 touches on it. And it's the Hawks' point due to a double. Kennedy Peak continues to serve. She just made her 1,400th career assist on Varsity. And Kaya's tip, unfortunately, ricochets off of the net. The Cardinals are now serving with number 7, Jasmine Robinson.
Colerain is currently leading the game, but hopefully soon East can turn that tide and get the ball back and continue their serves.
Oh my God, that is freshman Brooklyn Tudor who just hit in between the block and they tooled it. Lexi Dreyer has her very powerful serve. And Lauren Sanders plays defense at the net, just hitting that straight over again. Can the Cardinals recover from that very good play from the Hawks? And it's over again with Brooklyn Tudor going up and defending that net. The block is just so big. I'm not really sure what happened there, but you know what? It's a Hawks point.
Lexi will continue serving her strong serves, and the block goes through.
I'm not sure what really happened there on the block, but
I'm not sure
it
either.
Just slammed down.
It landed right in front of Lexi, and it seemed that she didn't get her hands towards that spot in time. Ball will go back to Colerain and will be an ace.
Mackenzie Haining, number 13, who's a senior, just served an ace. She will continue serving until the Hawks can pick it up. It's a very powerful serve, but Lauren Sanders picked it up with her hands. But she did miss that hit straight into the net. Oh, and Nora Hunley just could not get behind that ball fast enough, and it shanked into the stands. The Cardinals will continue serving and gaining up points. The Hawks have to come back from this.
Currently, there's a gap between the Hawks and the Cardinals with 3 if we're able to get our defense. Ooh, never mind.
The Cardinals win another point.
I'm not quite sure what's going on right now.
I don't know what call that was, but it's okay. Nora Hunley shanks another serve. This serve is just so powerful for our Hawks servicing. And Nora Hunley is coming out with Lily Horton coming back in.
Lily gets the ball up, but
Kennedy P can't get there in time.
No, she can't. And with that, coach calls a timeout.
Hopefully the Hawks can recover from this 6-point lead of the Cardinals.
What do you think's going on right now? They seem to be just fine during warm-ups.
Warm-ups and gameplay is very different. In warm-ups, they can hit as hard as they want with no worry, but I guess pressure is getting to the team.
Perchance.
There's a lack of communication on the court, and you can see confusion between players. The Cardinals are just putting up a big block against our hitters. They really have to figure out how to hit over the block or get an easy point quickly. Our Hawks have to play smart tonight and can't just be so powerful.
I agree. Although it's good to be confident in your plays, I think they still need to have some strategy behind their actions.
The Hawks are back out on the court with hopefully a newfound confidence and strategy.
Currently in the back row, we have Lexi Dreyer, Lily Horton, and Lauren Sanders.
And the serve goes to Lexi, and she gets it up. But the Cardinals gain the point due to a back row attack.
The ball is served again. Nora is back in play, and she was able to receive it for the first bump.
The Cardinals put it up, and it's a tip, but Lexi Dreyer is able to come behind it and pick it up. Lauren Sanders slams it down, but the Cardinals are picking it up. It's a free ball. Hopefully the Hawks can use this to their advantage. Ooh, they run a trick play, but it doesn't quite work, and it goes out of bounds.
Apparently 2 plays ago was an illegal attack, which is why Colerain was able to get the point.
But Colerain just served it out, so now the Hawks need this momentum and keep going. Lola Kernagi is now in, and she hopefully will go on a run.
Lola is currently a junior here at Lakota East, and she has a float serve. Colerain was able to get that up, but it goes back over as a free ball.
But Colerain gains the point after someone touches the net.
I believe it was Kennedy Peak when she went up to set the ball over, but I'm not exactly sure.
Number 3, Nia Burton, just served the ball for the Cardinals. The Cardinals' block is just too big that they cannot cover or hit through or over it. The Hawks have to come at this with a different strategy.
CC is now in the game, and she is a sophomore here at East. The ball is shanked again.
CC Kanagi shanks the ball, but hopefully they can use this and recover and learn. That was a powerful float serve, but the Hawks were able to recover and send it over as a really tough free ball. And it was a beautiful block by Brooklyn and Lily. Kennedy Peak took the first ball, and Brooklyn is set, and she scores. Shayla McKay, who is a junior here at East, is now up to serve, and Brooklyn Tudor is now out. Hopefully Shayla can use her powerful float serve to get us some points. The Cardinals attempted a back row attack, but Lily Horton comes in with a block, and she hits it herself, slamming it back down at them. They could not recover from that. After that amazing play, hopefully they can use that momentum.
It seems that after their timeout, there has been a little bit more communication between the players. Maybe now we'll start falling into play, but
that ball was caught on the line.
Yep.
Right in front of Lexi Dreyer. She just couldn't get there in time. Now serving for the Cardinals is senior Olivia Woodson.
The Cardinals have a 9-point lead, but maybe with this play, we can get the ball back.
CC Kernagi slams it down from outside, but they were able to pick it up.
A tip from Lily Horton.
Yeah!
And a kill!
Lily Horton uses her very smart and strategic playing to slam it back down and get the Hawks the ball back. Now Caitlin Combs is going in to serve while CC Kernagi comes out. Caitlin Combs is a junior here at Lakota East. She has been playing volleyball for 6 years now. Cardinals just hit it outside of the back.
The end zone.
Hopefully Caitlin can go on a run with this. Her serve is very powerful with a little bit of topspin on it.
The Colerain defense seemed to have a little trouble getting that ball as it spun over to the left side of their court. But
Colerain just hit it out, but they are mad because they believe there was a touch, but no touch was called. So Hawks will continue serving this part of the game.
the gap has now closed down to a 6-point lead.
And Caitlin Combs comes in with an ace against the Cardinal serve receive.
Caitlin's serve just went out of bounds, and now the ball is back to the Cardinals. Currently serving is
Number 5.
Olivia Mussing. She is currently a senior at Colerain.
Yes,
Yeah.
Lexi Dreyer just connected with Kennedy Peak. Nora Hunley is in to serve. Hopefully this senior can bring us some points.
Colerain's setter seems to be running across the court a lot, but
Nora Hunley just merely missed that ball and she touched it, but it ricocheted. Hopefully she doesn't get down on herself too much about that mistake and brushes it off.
Lauren White is back serving for Colerain. Earlier she was able to get a few points in. Do you think she will be doing the same this time?
Hopefully our Hawks can stop her serving. And Lexi Dreyer shows great defense, but it just skims the net where Kennedy Peak could not get to it. The Colerain and East point gap is currently growing, but we need East to close in on them.
Not only do we need East to close in, but Colerain's currently at 21 points. They just need 4 more to win the set. East needs to get it together soon, if not now.
Yes, Lexi Dreyer just hit their block and it went straight down into their court. Freshman Brooklyn Tudor is now in the game and Kennedy Peak is serving. Kennedy Peak is a very promising player. She's been playing varsity since sophomore year. And Colerain just hit it into the net, giving us another point.
East is now only 5 points behind. Maybe we can get all these 5 points back while Kennedy is serving.
Kennedy does have a very powerful serve knee, so I'm hoping she can make something of it.
Sadly, it wasn't the serve that got Colerain the point, but rather a hit that went through our blocks on the left side.
While in serve receive, hopefully they can side out of this. And Colerain just served it out with Nora Hunley missing the serve by a duck. Cece Carnaghi is back in the game and Lexi Dreyer is now serving. It is Cece's first season with the Hawks and along with Lola, her older sister. And Colerain just hit it out again. The Hawks are slowly closing in. Hopefully they can keep doing what they're doing.
I think that if the Hawks continue to apply some pressure to Colerain, they might start messing up a little bit more, and then we'll be able to take the ball from there. A nice pass by Lexi, and a hit out.
Brooklyn Tudor just hit it out the back by like a foot. But it's okay, Brooklyn.
East is now 5 points behind, but Colerain is 2 points away from a match.
Oh, and that serve just barely went over, trickling over the tape. That was a tricky serve, but now the Hawks actually have to pull it together if they want to win this game.
Colerain is now on match set, or match point. A solid receive from Nora and a
NCC
hit.
slams it down over the Colerain block. The game is not over yet with Lola Carnagi coming in to serve and Lily Horan coming in front row. Hopefully
Have you seen Lola serves like up close before?
I have. They're very clean and the technique is there.
Oh.
The coverage just wasn't there for that block.
And
now we're going to take a short break.
Welcome back for the second quarter of this volleyball game.
I think you meant second set there. Well,
yeah. I apologize for the commentary today. Both of us are new to this, but we are trying to get it all together for this game.
last set, our Hawks are very good technically with their skills, but they need to pull it together as a team. And Caitlin serves. The Colerain is able to pick it up, but they have to send a free ball over. And Lexi Dreyer sends it all the way to their setter.
A block from Lily and Lexi.
Lily is a menace at the net. She is a very good, smart player. And she has a huge vertical. She's like a brick wall. Caitlin Combs will continue to serve.
Not only does Lily have her height going for her, but I also think that she's a very quick thinker when it comes to playing front row.
Colerain just hit it out of bounds with the Hawks taking a 2-0 lead.
Last set, we also had a lead at the beginning, but then we lost it partway through. Do you think we'll be able to hold on to this lead this time?
Well, Colerain is now serving, but hopefully the Hawks will get it back quick and recover. Serving for Colerain is senior Olivia Mussing.
She has a very close serve to the net.
But Shea just gets there. And they hit it out. Now the Hawks better use this to get a lead.
Seniors Nora and Kaya are now coming into play. Nora will take the serve for this rotation, and as we saw before, Nora's serves are very consistent and strong.
Now the Colerain has recovered, and they did get an attack off of it, but Kaya went up. It's a battle at the net, basically, and Hawks have won the battle, with Kaya being a huge middle blocker and a great asset to that play. Nora will continue to serve. Let's see how this plays out. Colerain will send over a really easy high free ball for the Hawks to use to slam down using their middle Kaya. Kaya is coming off of an ACL tear from last season. And Colerain will call a timeout.
Earlier in the past few plays by Colerain, did you notice how the ball didn't really make it to the front row, but rather it stayed in the back? Do you think they have a little trouble receiving the balls from East?
I think their setter has to get behind that ball and push it to the front and make it a good playable ball, because currently they are sending too many free balls over, giving East a 4-point lead. While the Hawks take the court, Colerain is still in a huddle. The Hawks seem confident and they look like they're having fun out there.
It seemed that earlier during the timeout, number 7 on Colerain, Jasmine Robinson, was having a talk from one of her coaches about perhaps blocking. And with that, Robinson is up. She hits the ball right over our defense.
Our defense did get a few touches on it, but not strong enough to redirect the ball into a playable position. Number 2 from the Cardinals, Lauren White will take serve.
Lauren White has also been a very consistent server, but I guess not this time. She hits the ball right outside the lines, and now the possession is back with East.
Now Brooklyn Tudor, who's a freshman, will come into the front row, and Kennedy Peak, who's our senior setter, will come in to serve.
Kennedy sends the ball all the way to the back row, and it seems like Colerain's front row couldn't get their hands on the ball.
There was a little bit of a communication error of what they were playing, and now their middle and their setter will talk it out. While Kennedy Peak will serve the ball very strongly, she will hit it straight into the net.
That gave Colerain a very easy point.
Robinson will give a serve from the Cardinals, but East is easily picking it up and making it a very good set and playable ball. Colerain will send it back over, but it will go out. Now, sophomore Cece Kranagi will come in front row, and Lexi Dreyer will go serve back and play in the back row.
East seems to have all their players up in the front.
Kaya, you can see Kaya again being a menace at that net. She just loves getting up there and blocking the Cardinals. It might just be that last season, her season was cut short with an ACL tear.
Do you know why East has all their players up close to the net?
I don't really know.
It's a very interesting strategy to be using.
The players up at the net are their front row players who have to transition and be ready to block. Lexi Dreyer will serve another ace. This is her second ace in a row, and the Hawks will bring out their ace cheer.
Previously, before this game, Lexi actually had a total of 31 aces this season. And she just keeps adding on to that number.
She just keeps adding them up and checking them off, honestly. She's picking on every single one of the Colerain players. They just subbed in number 12, Phoebe Renner. And Kaya just hits it right over with both of her hands. She blocks it, and Colerain is just helpless against it. Colerain will now call a timeout while the Hawks celebrate their 13-3 lead. It seems that the Hawks have really taken control of the ball and this game.
Yes, it's a much different turnout than the first set. And it seems to be working well with the Hawks. As long as they keep this momentum going on for the next 2 sets, I think we will be able to win this.
Now, timeouts for volleyball are very short, so coaches have to pack a lot in their timeouts. But East, they release their players 20 seconds early, and now they take the court.
Lexi will continue to serve, and we will keep stacking up points. It seems that Colerain's defense just isn't able to get the ball up high enough for their setter.
And Lexi Dreyer will serve another ace. Now, Colerain has taken out their libero prior to the timeout, but I don't know if their backups can pull it together to come out with the side out for this one. Lexi Dreyer has a very powerful serve. She's a very good player. She's been playing for her entire life, and now she just has the skill. She just served up another ace. That's her 4th ace in a row.
That ball went flying right past the Colerain's defense.
And their libero is put back in. Hopefully, Lexi can do another ace on this service.
Colerain's able to get it up, but free ball is sent over.
And they do a trick play, but it doesn't quite work out. That is the second time they have tried that this game, and it has flown out the back.
Do you think they're like testing it out in the game like atmosphere, so it's not as like on point for this game?
I believe our hitters just have to bring it in. Our outsides just have to snap down a little bit harder. Now, Kennedy Peak has that great block coverage, and Cece Kranagi hits it straight into the Colerain block, putting Nora on the ground with the ball.
Colerain now has the serve again, but they are 10 points behind East. Will they be able to pick it back up, or will East continue to keep a gap?
They made it very playable with Brooklyn Tudor coming in with a roll.
Nora gets the ball up to Kennedy and is hit over.
Now Colerain, that was an excellent play by the Colerain defense. And Kaya goes up and Colerain just hits it out. Comes off their block and it was just a weird play by their
Front row.
Colerain just subbed out number 13 and put in number 8, Aaliyah Wright. Lola Carnagi now has the serve, but she serves it out.
Once again, Colerain gets a very easy point, and number 3 is now serving. Neela Burton? I apologize if I butchered that. And she sends the ball straight down on east side of the court.
Lexi Dreyer did get a touch on that, and then Brooklyn Tudor did get a touch on it, but it just wasn't enough.
Burton has a very strong serve.
But Lola Carnagi was able to put it up, and Brooklyn Tudor was able to tool it off the block with her powerful hits. Now Shayla McKay, a junior here at East, will come in to serve for Brooklyn Tudor.
East is still keeping up their 10-point gap. And it seems that Colerain just can't get the ball up to the front row to their setter. She seems to be running back a lot.
Hopefully now we can get a swing on that ball with Cece Carnagi hitting it on the tape.
The ball falls and Colerain gets the point.
East really has to pull it together and stay aggressive, but keep being smart.
Olivia Woodson now has to serve for Colerain. Let's see how she does.
She serves it to Lexi Dreyer, who easily picks it up. Kennedy Peak just comes in with very fantastic and clean sets. They don't move at all.
Woodson continues her serve. And Lily Horton.
Lily Horton comes in with the slide, and she hits it off the line, which Colerain's defense shanks. Caitlin Combs is now in to serve. This junior is a very impressive player, and she shows great promise for next year, her senior year. She serves up an ace that Colerain just can't get under. The Hawks are slowly closing in on that win with 6 more points till end set.
A much different view in comparison to the first set. It seems that they got their communication together and now they're working as a team. A very solid team, might I say.
Colerain does make a great play, but Caitlin Combs is there to pick it up. But with that, they just couldn't get it over the net. Colerain is up to serve with number 5, Olivia Musing. Olivia does have a very powerful serve, but Caitlin Combs is able to get it up. She gets it to Lexi Dreyer, and Colerain's setter just couldn't get to that fast enough.
East now only needs 5 more points to win this set, which will have us tied up with Colerain having a 1-1.
Senior Nora Hundley is up to serve, and Kaya Smith is in the front row playing middle.
The ball is floated over to Colerain's side, and they tip it back over to East.
Shayla McKay makes a beautiful save on that, and now the Hawks have the ball back. Hopefully Lexi Dreyer can put it down. Kaya is always up there blocking, while Kennedy Peak is more worried about her setter abilities. Lexi Dreyer is a very skillful player, and she just slammed it down the line that Colerain could not pick that up. Nora Hundley will will now serve again. Colerain was able to make that a very beautiful pass, but
the point is given to East.
due to a double, their setter really has to come up technically on that one, and Colerain's coach is not happy.
Nora now serving. She just needs 3 more serves in, and they will win the set. Kaya!
Oh,
Hits it
Kaya!
down on the blocks of Colerain, and it just falls straight to the court.
Colerain is too far off that net for those blocks, so Kaya is able to use that to her advantage.
Another
Nora
float from
Hundley.
Nora, and it shanks out of bounds.
Nora Hundley is going to close out this set. Hopefully the Hawks can bring one more point.
It seems that Colerain has a little bit of issues getting the ball up, but with that, East wins the set.
Nora Hundley served that final ace, and now Colerain is about to have an interesting huddle. The atmosphere of the team has clearly changed. You can see how cheerful they are, and Coach Coleman is not very eager to get into that huddle.
And with that, we'll be right back. welcome back. We are now in set 3. And I believe Colerain will have the serve on this one.
Colerain will come out with the serve, but the Hawks might side out very quickly.
I think they will. Our defense has seemed to be doing really well this game, and Kennedy has been setting the balls perfectly for all the hitters.
Kennedy Peak is a very impressive player. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Just look at that beautiful set. That gives the Hawks the point because Lexi Dre was able to hit it straight into that block, which is too far off the net.
Yeah, that seems to be a problem with Colerain this game. Their blocks seem to be a little bit too far, and all of East hits seem to be hitting their hands and falling straight down.
Yeah, we have Nora Hunley up for serve. By the looks of that, Colerain has come out with a newfound confidence, tooling that hit off the block.
That last hit was by Jasmine Robinson, number 7.
Now we have number 2 for the Cardinals, Lauren White serving. Lexi Dreyer does hit it out, but Coach Coleman believes there was a net.
Well, how could you play volleyball without that? The ball is back up, back over to Lexi, and back down to Nora.
Ooh, Kaya hits it straight into that block, and Caitlin just couldn't cover that fast enough. The Hawks have to recover from this because the Cardinals are gaining momentum. Hopefully this game does not go back and forth by energy and control.
After last set, the Cardinals coach took them out to have a little talk. I guess they came back with a little bit more energy, a little bit more momentum. They seem to be hitting their hits down a lot more this turn.
Number 7 was just in the net, giving the Hawks the point. Brooklyn Tudor is now in, and Kennedy Peak is serving.
Candies serves it over, and Colerain seems to hit it right past Lexi Dreyer's head.
That did spiral over the net, but Lexi just couldn't get there fast enough. Colerain, number 7, Jasmine Robinson is up to serve.
She was very strong up at the net earlier, and now she has transitioned to the back row. Do you think she'll be playing with the same amount of energy?
Not with that. That was a beautiful kill on Jasmine, and now their libero is in.
Lexi goes back to take the serve. East is currently down by 1 point, but I think we'll be able to get it back soon.
Colerain has seemed to change their libero. Not quite sure who it is because she is not on the roster. She looks like a JV player who came up from the JV game up to varsity, and now she's libero.
Perhaps coach wasn't as happy with the results he was seeing, and so he pulled her up for the game.
Ooh, that was a very good hit by Cece Kernagi. She just slammed that down line. Lily Horton is now in to play middle, and Lola Kernagi is now serving. The Kernagi sisters are an insane duo, both playing on varsity their first year at East.
She sends a floater over to Colerain, but is easily picked back up when sent back.
Lily Horton does get a hit on that, but Colerain sends it over because they're blocked.
I think the ref got mad at East for throwing the ball back over.
It is not a good sign of sportsmanship, but you know what? Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Now Colerain just served it out, but there was a touch on it, so ref changed her call.
East seems a little confused, but I guess they will just abide by the ref's call.
East has to brush this off if they want to win. Number 3, Nina Burton just served, but she served it out. Hopefully the Hawks can use this and get 2 points to close that gap and tie the game.
It seems that East and Colerain seems to be going back and forth. The first set, East was a little weak and Colerain was able to take that lead. Second set, East came back very strong, and now here at the third set, Colerain seems to be back a little stronger than before.
Shayla McKay is a junior who served, but now with the 5-1 rotation East is using, she is playing right back while Kennedy Peak plays right front. Shay will now continue to serve due to a Colerain out-of-bounds hit.
Colerain seems to have the same problem as from last set, where their setter was just running all the way across the court to be able to get the ball.
Colerain did have a really good line shot, but it was too easy to pick up. Ooh, little trouble at the net. Our block is too big to ricochet that off. And Colerain is now scrambling to get that ball over and get a good play.
East is now tied up with Colerain. Maybe this is when we can pull our lead.
The setter tries to dump, but Lily Horton is right on top of her with that block.
We have mentioned Lily a lot during this stream, but that's just because how efficient she is in the front row. She seems to always be there to block, and she's always very quick to think.
Ooh, Colerain did come in with a good hit that Lola Carnagi could not get under control.
The ball was shanked all the way up, halfway up the bleachers. Maybe East can get this ball back from Olivia Wilson as she now serves.
Ooh, Lola Carnagi did get a really bad pass on that, but her sister was able to save her and make it playable. But the Hawks just could not get that ball in the court. This game is very repetitive with them trying to find the court. Both teams have to start getting their hits in. And that's a shank. Colerain will continue to serve, but the Hawks are gathering to hopefully find a new strategy and encourage each other as good teammates do.
I think Colerain might be targeting Lola in the back row right now with their serves.
That is a very common strategy used in volleyball where you target a player who is not doing as well. But Caitlin Combs is now in to serve with Cece Carnagi coming out. Hopefully Caitlin can find a few aces to get a lead.
Colerain will hit it over, and Kennedy's hands will get on that block. But it seems that Colerain will win the point due to a double touch.
Kennedy just might have been a little bit too frazzled from that block to get her hands under control. Now serving for Colerain is number 5, Olivia Musing. Lexi Dreyer was able to... What? Oh, Colerain has the point with a very, very good block.
Colerain will serve out though, and the ball will return right back to East. East now only just needs 3 more points to pull the lead in this set. And Nora Hunley is now back on the line serving for them.
Kaya Smith is now in the front row, ready to block all of Colerain's attacks.
She goes up for the set, but it goes over. The ball doesn't make it back over to Colerain's side of the court, and it will be Colerain's ball once again. Their setter, Lauren White, will go back to the line now to serve.
Nora Hunley will be able to pick that up. Lexi Dreyer hit it into the block, but they were able to recover. Hopefully they can reset this play.
Kaya tips it over, and the point is back on East.
Kaya comes in with a very good tip, land accordingly to the defense.
Tilly, earlier you were playing against Colerain's JV team. Did you pick up on anything that maybe they were weak in or they were really strong in?
Colerain's team was very scrappy, but they weren't able to get many hits or plays off of their defense, so they sent over a bunch of free balls. The problem in that game is that we were playing very risky, meaning we made more mistakes than they did, giving them quite a few points.
I see. Do you think how JV played also is being reflected in how Varsity plays right now, or do you think they're able to get the ball up a little bit better than how JV did?
Now, of course, Varsity will have that experience, the better coaching, and the more intense play, with their games being more important. But Varsity definitely has a faster game. Their game is very fast. They keep a fast tempo, but they do have the same issue of energy. Their energy fluctuates, meaning their control of the game is not always constant. Oh! Now off of that block, Cece Kranagi was able to try and recover that ball, but it just didn't go high enough for it to be playable. That was a very good coverage by Cece where she was able to react to that.
Ball sent straight over to the net.
Ooh.
Kennedy will take that first bump with having Nora set the ball back up. And the point will go to East as it landed out of bounds.
Lola Kranagi will now go into serve. Something that East has to implement is switching up who they set and moving Colerain's block. But that was Cece Kranagi at the net. She's just too intimidating.
Was that a single-handed block I saw earlier?
Yes, yes it was.
Crazy.
She doesn't even need her other hand.
She's just too good. Ball is sent flying back over to Colerain. And they're meted by our blocks.
But they were able to recover with amazing saves by their defense. Cece just slams it down through their block, but they sent it back over, and the Hawks could not recover from that.
It seemed there might have been a little less communication in that last play, as there was around 3 players going for the same ball.
As it seems, that donut hole area in the middle of the court is just a magnet for tips and blocks and all of the things that people just can't cover.
That last ball was shanked off, and so Colerain will continue to serve with their number 3, Neela Burton.
Lily Horn comes in with a lot of power, but Colerain came in with a strong hand.
Seems now their team is very hyped up. Their coach is up and snapping, and they seem to be having more control over this set compared to last one.
Yes, but the Hawks are not that far behind, but they do have to recover while Coleman calls a timeout. The Hawks have to bring their team back together again and be good teammates, cheering each other up and brushing off the mistakes.
Currently, they're only down by 4 points, so the gap isn't as huge as it was in the first set. Do you think they'll be able to get it back in time?
I do believe that the Hawks are very good fighting team. They need to fight back for this. They need to want this game if they're going to win.
Usually what happens when a team starts winning over, well, another team, obviously, but they start having a lot of confidence in their plays. Do you think Colerain might loosen on their technique as they get more confident?
I think Colerain will try to continue their confidence, but their technique could suffer in it, and they could get too cocky with their plays. What the Hawks need to do is realize the Colerain plays and adjust accordingly. Because currently, it's the little mistakes that are really putting a dent in that score.
The ball is hit over the net.
It trickles over, and Lily Horton is able to receive it and get a tip kill in that donut hole area, which we were discussing earlier.
It seems to be a very vulnerable place on the court as no one seems to be covering it as much.
Now Shayla McKay, a junior here at East, will serve. Hopefully she can close this gap in the scoreboard. But she serves it short, not putting enough power and hitting it too low.
That was an easy point for Colerain, but hopefully our front row could have some good communications and block the ball, as well as our defense when it comes to receiving the serve.
Colerain's Olivia Woodson just served that ball, but Cece Granagi just hit it right in between that block.
A beautiful kill by Cece, and now the gap is only by 3 points.
Now Caitlin Combs is in to play. She's going to bring her powerful serves.
Hopefully Colerain doesn't get another easy point from East, and we will continue this power and drive through to the end of this set.
Oh, they got a tip, but Lexi Dreyer is there to cover. And Kennedy Peak comes in with this setter dump back in that donut hole area. She is front row currently, so she can act as a front row player and jump.
I don't think Colerain was expecting Kennedy to do something like that, since she hasn't done much of a setter dump throughout the game.
Oh, and their middle comes in with a very strategic tip that now the Hawks are discussing how to cover that.
The Hawks seem to leave that side wide open for that tip to just fall into.
Colerain's Olivia Musing will now serve.
It will go over, back to Lola, up to Kennedy, and
slam it down. Kennedy Peak connected with Lexi Dreyer, who was able to slam it down that line. That was a very strategic and good play. Nora Hunley will come in to serve, and Kaya Smith will come in to play middle.
With a lot of energy, Kaya comes onto the court, and it seems that our team might be having a little late of a comeback.
You can see them discussing their plays, but also having a little bit of fun there.
Nora will serve a float over, and Colerain will also do a setter's dump, but we are able to catch it.
And Kennedy Peak could roll that ball over, but it did ricochet off of the Hawks block and go out of bounds. The Hawks did lose the point, but now hopefully they can get it back before Colerain closes this set.
Lauren White is back on the line serving. She has served a lot during this game, and they seem to be all very consistent.
Ooh,
the ball seems to be going very high in the back row of East court, and it is smacked down by Colerain.
The Hawks defense is currently struggling to pick up anything. They really have to talk, and they're colliding, and miscommunications are happening everywhere.
I agree. Number 7 on Colerain, Jasmine Robinson, seems to be finding these weak points, these open spots on East side, and putting the ball right where she wants it to be.
Colerain just lost that point by a little bit of like domino effect, where it just hit one after the other and ricocheted off of everybody. Kennedy Peak is in for serve, and Brooklyn Tudor came in to play right side.
Kaya goes over the net, smacks it down, and this gives East now only 2 points behind Colerain.
Now the East bench looks very excited for this game. They're celebrating, and it's just the passion that they have.
Kennedy will now be serving, and Colerain will hit it back over, but it's no good. Oh, I lied.
The block did stop it from going over the net, but it ricocheted out. Colerain will continue to serve. It's game point on their side. But
And she hits the net!
it is a miss serve by Jasmine. By Jasmine Robinson. So hopefully Lexi Dreyer can close that.
This gave East a very easy opportunity, but the coaches will call a timeout before something else happens.
Usually timeouts are used to distract the server so she misses. But hopefully Lexi Dreyer can still bring out a good serve. And hopefully she can make an ace.
Lexi has made a few aces this game already. It's very impressive with her serve. And maybe after this, not only will East come out a little bit different, but maybe Colerain will come out a little shaken up maybe.
Lexi Dreyer is one of the strongest servers on our varsity team. And she just has that serve that no one can pick up, and she can place it exactly where she wants, and she picks on players, which is a very good skill to have as a volleyball player.
Colerain seems to be screaming coming out of their timeout, but here we are.
This is a very stressful time, and Lexi Dreyer is under pressure to not miss her serves. Over and in is all she needs.
And her serve will go over. But now how will East receive this?
Lexi Dreyer did pick that up.
Cece smacks it down in the right back corner. And now East is only 1 point behind Colerain.
This is a very close set. Hopefully East can come out with a win. Lexi Dreyer is now serving again. And number 8 for the Cardinals, Aaliyah Wright, just came in.
Lexi's serve will go over. And it's a free ball.
Now hopefully the Hawks can make this play.
Woo!
And they did a trick play, and this time it actually worked. It was a very successful play to the right back.
It seems like Cece was hiding behind Kaya as she was ready to attack that ball.
And a timeout is called by Colerain. The score is tied 24-24. Now, something new about the East coaching staff is that they are very strategic. Coach Coleman is our boys volleyball coach alongside his assistant coach, Carly Schell. And Carly Schell is also a Harrison coach for the middle school level. Now, these coaches are very, very strategic, and they know how to play this game. With Coach Coleman, they both played collegiate level volleyball, with most of their players on varsity currently trying to get recruited.
I think having them as varsity's coaches, not only are they able to lead the girls in the right direction, but they're also able to give good feedback towards the players. The ball is sent all the way from the back row back over to East. And we are able to smack it right back over to them.
That was freshman Brooklyn Tudor who hit that back line. She really brought up the intensity of play, and the smiles on the girls' faces they're just beaming. They're so excited to play. That was a beautiful serve by Lexi Dreyer. And Colerain gets the point, tying it 25-25. In the game of volleyball, you win by 2 points.
So now the game is not over, but now both teams, or just one of them, will have to try to make their way back up to the number of 27 points in total.
Oh, and Colerain gets another point, turning the score 25-26.
Mr. Coleman seems to be a little mad with the ref's call or just the call in general.
The serve is very strong, but Nora Hunley could pick it up. It's a very playable ball, and hopefully Cece Kranagi,
Knocks it down!
she brought in another kill for the Hawks. She's a very valuable asset in the Hawks offense currently.
This game is very tied up. I don't know how much back and forth we can do, but we'll just have to sit back and see. Lola now goes back to the line for service. Hopefully we can just end it here.
Yeah. We have Lily Horton in for middle. She's a giant middle, so she can really get up there. Now Cece did just hit it out, but hopefully they can recover from that. The score being so close, both teams are starting to run out of subs, which could be a detrimental thing.
Number 3, Neela Burton hits her serve right into the net. Once again, the back and forth of points between East and Colerain just keeps on going. The tensions are high.
Shayla McKay is now in to serve. This is a very exciting game.
It is. The serve is over, received by their libero.
The serve is a little high, but Colerain is still struggling to get control.
Lily
Horton did just hit the ball, but everybody says there was a touch on that. All the refs will come up and gather because it is a tough decision to make. Both teams will gather together in the middle of their courts and discuss.
As you just saw, both of the line judges as well as the ground ref went over to the main ref and they are now discussing. What do you think their call will be?
I totally believe that there was a touch on that ball. And there was a touch on that ball.
The point goes to East!
The atmosphere in here is electric.
It's very high in energy. And the fact is, we only need one more point now. So as long as we can land this serve, maybe even ace it, we can just have this set to ourselves.
And Shay pulls out a serve that's over and in, which is all she needed.
Kennedy and Lily are up at the net, blocking.
Yes, they made a great recovery.
The ball stays alive. Kennedy sets it up to Cece, and she hits it.
And the Hawks are the winners of set number 3. They are going absolutely crazy for Cece.
The whole bench came off and they went across the whole entire court.
That was a very impressive play. Cece Kranagi has been playing very well this whole game.
She's really showing how she made it to varsity. She's making her stand here on the court.
Coming in from Baden, she is very impressive.
And with that, we'll be right back. just left a very heated set with the East Thunderhawks pulling through. Now we're in the 4th set. If the East Thunderbirds can win this, the game will be over. If Colerain pulls through and wins, then we'll have to go to the 5th set.
Nee, what do you think our team is thinking about right now?
I think coming out of that last set, they're all very like excited and they have a lot of energy and momentum behind them. So I think they just might be thinking about how it's like be able to play just as well as they just did, but keeping their confidence like a little low so it doesn't overpower their skills.
Now, I definitely believe that these players really want to go home. It has been a long game, and that last set was definitely very tiring for many of them. But hopefully, they won't show that fatigue.
Yes, hopefully their tiredness doesn't come through. I hope they're able to stay strong, and if not, I hope there are some bench players that can come out and fill in the gaps that might be missing.
Woo! Lola Kranagi came in with the dodge, and it went out. Caitlin Combs will continue serving.
A headshot, even.
Yeah.
Went right for her head.
I thought this was volleyball, not dodgeball.
A serve is sent back over and shanked all the way to the back row, but Colerain will send it back over as a free ball.
Now hopefully the Hawks will be able to use that, and they did. They ran a slide using Lily Horton, and the Colerain just didn't angle their block correctly, and it ricocheted out. Still serving is Caitlin Combs.
Colerain has a solid pass up to the setter, but their hit is a little too far out.
Colerain just has to bring it together, especially their offense. Their front row is struggling a little bit, and their services just got to get up to their setter. Ooh,
Their hit goes through Lily and Kennedy's block?
Yeah. Lily and Kennedy did both get touches on it, but their hands just were too far apart to actually stop that ball.
Colerain now has their first point, while East has 3 on the board.
Serving for Colerain is number 5, Olivia Musing.
A hit from Lexi Dreyer. Another
Lexi's
one.
Going up. Lexi went up for a hit attempt, but she was in the net. Colerain is making some very scrappy plays here, but they just have to think very strategically on where they place that ball. They can't just throw it over.
They cannot. Although there was a few plays in the last set where they seemed to have a very targeted spot for their hits. Do you think they'll carry over to this one as well, or have they lost that momentum?
I do believe that they are trying to utilize many different spots on the court, but right now they just have to get a really good hit on that ball, because they did just ricochet off of the Hawks block, but that could have been just luck.
It might have been. East has very strong blockers on their side. One of them is on the court right now, Lily Horton.
That was really good recovery from the Hawks, bringing that ball back into play, but Colerain will continue to throw free balls.
The ball will continue to stay alive as Colerain seems to be scrambling around a little bit, keeping it up.
The Hawks have to get some plays down quickly, and they utilize Lexi Dreyer and her powerful swings.
More and more free balls, but that last one was a kill.
Lola Kranagi was right there, but she just wasn't fast enough to get that ball up. The
ball is back on Colerain's side as
Number 6, Madison Kazmine is serving.
The serve was a little short, but I guess East wasn't able to get high enough to go back over the net.
My apologies, that is number 5, Olivia Musing.
The ball is sent over, and Lily Horton will go up for the hit.
Woo! And Colerain did come in with a great save on that, but the whistle was blown prior. Now Kaya is in for middle, and Nora Hunley is serving. Nora Hunley really did fight for that libero jersey, and now she is really showing that she deserves it.
She had a very powerful serve, but once again, it seems that Colerain is using that little donut hole on the court and tipping the ball right there, where no East defenders are standing and able to get the ball back up in time.
East just has to clean up their play a little bit for them to take this game. Ooh, and the line judges do make 2 different calls, one called out and one called touch, but the ref did call a touch on the Hawks block. Colerain will continue to serve with number 2, Lauren White.
Once again, this set is starting to lean towards Colerain as now they have a 4-point lead against East.
Nora Hunley is showing a little bit of struggle, but she just has to bring herself back up.
Maybe it's that tiredness, that fatigue that you were talking about earlier. Maybe it might be showing out now since all the players currently playing have already been playing for the past 3 sets.
Yes, we do have a very deep bench that I do fully believe that all of those players on the bench are capable of closing out this set. Maybe Coach Coleman has to make some decisions to pull some players off. Give them a little bit of a break. Colerain is just absolutely dominating the net currently with their offense and their defense, with their blocking. The Hawks have to come at this with a different strategy. They have to get a different angle of the situation.
Nora will pass it up to Kennedy, and Kaya sadly hits the net.
Coach Coleman is up, and he called a timeout. The Hawks now have a very deep hole that they have to get themselves out of.
They're behind 7 points. I'm not sure what much else is happening besides the fact that they might actually be getting tired. Last set was a much longer set than usual, and now they're coming back a little slow.
They are a little bit slow on their reaction times, and also their communication has suffered because they are so focused on getting that ball up that they are not talking about what is happening.
I also feel like there should be a little bit more communication between covering for hitters, since that seems to be where a lot of our points are being lost.
That does seem to be a trend that has persisted throughout their games, where coverage is a difficult thing for them to do. Now East just has to clean up their play and get a little bit smarter with their placement of the ball, and they also have to take control.
Colerain will hit it over, right up to Kennedy and over to Kaya. She will hit it a little high.
Ooh, Lexi Dreyer will come in to end that play. That play was a little bit confusing with it going over the net and back over, but she did finish it, letting the Hawks reset their play, and hopefully they will have a little bit cleaner of a game. Kennedy Peak is currently serving, and Brooklyn Tudor went in for right side. Ooh, but her and Kaya could not close that block, and they left Caitlin Combs out to dry in the back row.
Although Colerain just got a point, there might have been a little situation going on their front row as their setter almost ran into one of their hitters.
Communication is a very big thing in volleyball, but currently the Hawks are lacking. They do need to bring up their communication and bring out some plays. Their technical skills are definitely suffering due to fatigue.
East is currently down by a whole 7 points, which is around the same gap that they had in the first set.
But now Cece Kranagi is in and outside. Hopefully her and Lexi Dreyer can score big points with hits and aces.
Nora is able to keep that ball up, and Cece, her hit just hit the block almost perfectly to hit out of bounds, giving us the point.
And that is a huge celebration from an amazing play by the Hawks. Now Lexi Dreyer did have a powerful serve, but Colerain did pick it up. Kennedy Peak took that first ball, playing defense before she set. Ooh, but again, struggles with the Brooklyn Kaya right side blocking. It lands in the same spot over and over. I wonder if Coleman will change their blocking situation.
When it comes to balls falling into the same spot over and over again, do you feel like it's on the blockers and the fact that they have to change, or the defense players and that they have to realize where the ball is going?
I definitely feel like if it happens over and over again and block is just not changing it, that defense does have to adjust. But it's, again, communication on what's happening on the court and what each other can see. Now Colerain did just serve it out, letting the Hawks get the serve back, with Lily Horton going in from middle and Lola Kranagi coming in to serve. Hopefully the Hawks can close up this 7-point lead that Colerain has. Colerain's play is just very clean compared to the Hawks currently. They seem like they are scrambling.
Colerain seems to be taking the lead in this game. Do you think they might end up winning the set and maybe leading us to the 5th set?
Only time will tell with this play. Hopefully the Hawks can stop that from happening. As we can see, Lexi Dreyer did have very good intuition on that last play with that out call by probably centimeters. But Colerain did get it back with a really good kill that avoided the block. I wonder if that will cause an adjustment in the block.
Coach Coleman seems to be sitting down but still communicating to the players. Do you think he'll try to let them figure out before he said something?
Brooklyn Tudor did come in with that very good swing. And Coleman, I do believe that he wants the players to adjust before he says something. But, you know, it's up to the varsity players to really figure out their issues because they can't be babied by their coach constantly. Oh, Lola Kranagi did find that hole in the block, and she did get that up. The Kranagi sisters are just bringing up some great defense. Cece covering that block and those tips, and Lola covering that hole in that block. Hawks will take the serve, and Shayla McKay, hopefully, can make it in. Colerain sends over a free ball. Hopefully the Hawks can do something with this. They are running a slide, but it was just a little bit too over for Lily to swing at. She did tip it, but there was a call that it hit the antenna. Coleman is not too happy about that call, but the Hawks just have to recover.
It seems that the ball that I believe was received by Lexi Dreyer almost went right right back over to Colerain's side of the court. This caused a little bit of confusion with Kennedy and Colerain's front row, but Colerain came out with the point.
Lola Carnagi does make an excellent pop-up at that Cece swung at, and it sent the ball back over to Hawks.
Cece will set the ball over, and the
Cece
point will be East.
Cece made a very strategic decision there, taking the easy point instead of just swinging as hard as she could. That's what makes a volleyball player very good, is just thinking smart and strategic instead of just swinging at it. Caitlin Combs is up to serve with the Colerain student section making a lot of noise to distract her. But that worked against them because Caitlin Combs served up an ace that their serve receive just was too distracted to actually receive. You know?
I apologize. It seems that East is having all their players start up in front of the, I believe, 10-foot line and then transitioning back as the play goes on.
And there is Lily Horton hitting down that overpass for an overkill. Now that was an excellent play. She has done that quite a few times this game.
I believe so, yeah. And most of them have actually won us a few points.
It is a very easy way to get points if you're strategic about it. But Hawks did just lose that point because it went out of bounds. That pass by Lexi Dreyer went out of bounds.
Coach Coleman has gone out of his seat and told something to, I believe, Lily, and has gone right back down. A hit by Lexi, and it will be called.
Lexi does struggle to find the court this game. And now Coach Coleman is telling his players something with hand signals. I haven't seen that before, besides when you call where you want the player to serve.
East currently is behind Colerain by 6 points and make that 7. Colerain is now only 4 points behind from winning this set, which will eventually lead us to a 5th.
This is a very back and forth game with the East players seeming a little down at the 7-point lead that Colerain has gained. But the East players really have to bring their all if they want to win.
They can't just keep their mind on the fact that they might be down a few points, but the fact is they have to keep their mind, their head in the game.
Lexi Dreyer did just get a very good kill, but the celebration didn't seem as extreme as it was last set. Nora Hunley is now into serve with her very consistent float serve. But the Colerain middle just slammed it down and our defense could not pick it up. Colerain is now 3 points away from winning this set.
Similarly to last set, Colerain is getting excited now that they have pulled off a 7-point gap from East.
Colerain setter Lauren White just served. Lexi Dreyer goes up for a hit, but Colerain's defense is able to get there. But Colerain could not.
Coach Coleman seems to be very upset by this, and not only him, but the whole entire team, as the line judge on East side called it out, but the call was made in.
It was called a touch.
Oh.
So one of the players did touch the ball, apparently.
I'm not sure who.
Nora Hunley does make an excellent pass on that serve receive, and Lexi Dreyer just tipped it over.
Kaya seems to have fallen, but gotten right back up. But sadly, her block ricocheted the ball out.
And Coleman calls a timeout. A character we have not seen on the court yet this game is Lauren Sanders. She's a junior at East, and she has 251 career kills. She played varsity as a sophomore last year and currently as a junior. She's a very powerful hitter. I don't understand why she's not in.
I'm not quite sure either. Maybe coach has a certain strategy running through his mind, or the fact that he thinks that certain players might be a little bit better for this game than others.
It seems that Cece Carnaghi replaced Lauren in their outsides.
Cece has not disappointed us though, as she has made many kills throughout this game and has gotten the ball over.
This is going to be a very interesting game to come back from. When Colerain brings out, if Colerain can bring out an ace or a point in this game, they will win the set, and then we will go 15 points.
In our last set. Considering how East has been playing this set, do you think something will click during the 3 minutes between the sets, or will this fatigue just carry over?
Well, currently our blockers are getting above that net, with Kaya and Kennedy both having really good blocks. And the Hawks will take the point due to number 7 in the net.
She has been getting in the net a few times throughout this game. I don't think the net is there for fishing, but it seems like we are catching a few people.
Kennedy Peak is now serving.
Kennedy has shown very consistent service throughout this whole entire game, even through this set, as a lot of the players might be tired now.
Luxie Dreyer does.
She hits it right down! Right through the blocks of Colerain, and it seems like East will not let Colerain get this match set.
Colerain's block on that outside has been a little bit like Swiss cheese. There's just too many holes.
You could say that again. The ball is up on Colerain, and it will be tipped over.
But Caitlin Combs is there to pick it up. Freshman Brooklyn Tudor did make an attempt, but she did not get a kill.
Sadly, Kaya's hit just happened to run into their blocks and has gone out of bounds. The set will go to Colerain, and we are now at a tied game of 2-2.
Now we will be right back.
Colerain players seem to be going onto the court, and my assumption is that that fatigue from last set that we were talking about has most definitely carried over.
Yes. I wonder how Kennedy Peak is feeling after playing constantly for 5 sets. Now Caitlin Combs is up to serve. And she serves an absolute dime that Colerain is able to pick up. Woo! Shay McKay makes an excellent save, but the Hawks just couldn't recover from that miscommunication between Lily Horan and the other front row players.
Speaking of Kennedy playing all 5 sets, what happened to Isa's other setter, Stella Tischer?
Now it is shown that Kennedy Peak is a way stronger setter than Stella, so it's just up to coach's preference. Earlier this season, she was playing a 6-2 with both setters in, and occasionally our junior setter would go in, Emma Sweden. Now, Stella goes in if the game is really easy or if the game's just kind of something you can brush off a little bit. But I don't think Coleman wants to risk it, and he wants to put his most reliable players on the court. But Nora Hunley did just serve it out the back, so hopefully she can recover from that.
With these first 3 points on the board, it has already gone back and forth between East and Colerain, but Colerain seems to hold their lead of 2 points.
Colerain setter Lauren White did just ace Nora Hunley with a serve that ricocheted off the net.
A few serves that ricocheted off the net recently have been a problem for East, but it seems like that last hit was also ricocheted.
Nora Hunley did just catch that ball a little bit too high on her person, and now Caitlin Combs came in with the excellent save on that serve receive, and the Hawks were able to recover and put it over. The defense
Kaya will hit it over, and it will be out.
Now the Hawks are doing great things, but they are making the little mistakes that are really costing them right now, with Colerain taking a 4-point lead.
And in this set particularly, this lead is not good since there are 10 less points than a normal set.
Yeah, they have less time to fight back. Now, the Hawks did get the serve back with Kennedy Peak coming in with a strong serve, and Brooklyn Tudor playing front row.
She will hit it over, and Colerain will shank it over to their sideline.
Now, one of their players did get a little bit of a touch on that, but that touch was not high enough for it to get over the net.
She wasn't able to have a very concrete stance or a platform at all. Kennedy will hit it right back over.
Their setter did make an excellent ball for their hitters to hit, but the Hawks just are too powerful at that net, and they ricocheted off the Colerain block. Kennedy Peak is continuing to serve, showing her skill in being a really great player.
Kennedy has picked up that gap that was left, and it's now a 4-5 game. This could easily become a 5-5 game if East can keep it.
Ooh, but number 7, Jasmine Robinson, just absolutely slammed it down middle back. So that was just a little bit too tough. She is now going to serve for Colerain and play middle back.
Robinson has shown throughout the game that she has a very strong arm.
Kaya did try to make another tip, but she pushed it too far and it went out of bounds. Kaya is now being subbed out, putting Evie Vincent in, a player we have not seen at all this game. Evie Vincent is a senior here at East, and she also is a very strong middle.
it seems like that substitution wasn't able to help too much as once again that empty gap, that donut hole was aimed for once again.
The Colerain block just is too strong. It just keeps ricocheting, and Coach Coleman was not too happy about that. Now, Jasmine did just miss her serve, so hopefully the Hawks can come back from this 3-point lead that Colerain has gained.
Lexi Dreyer will head back to the line for service, and hopefully we are able to gain those points right back up.
Now, Lexi Dreyer, as we all know, has a very strong serve, and if we can keep her serving, maybe they'll gain back those points.
Colerain's hitter was able to get her hand on the ball, but hit a little too low, having it hit the net. Lexi will serve again, and her serve will also hit the net.
Now this is a game of energy. Both teams are showing great skill and knowledge of volleyball. But this game is really controlled by the energy and the desire to win.
It seems that Colerain is pulling ahead a little too much for East Laking. They are now at 10 points and will only need 5 more to win.
Cece Kernagi did just hit it out, but she needs to make those adjustments as they get the serve back from a Colerain missed serve again.
There seems to be a lot of easy points just floating around during this game. A few serves hitting the net or a few spikes hitting the net.
Lily Horton will go in for middle, and Lola Kernagi will come in and serve. Lola Kernagi's serve will come up short to the 10-foot line, and Lily Horton will come in with an amazing block that just slammed right back down in the Colerain hitter's face.
Her block was very solid, as you guys all just saw. And hopefully we'll be able to see more of them with this short amount of time. A float is sent over by Lola, and Colerain will hit it over, where then it is ricocheted.
Lola Kernagi was right there. The ball just hit her platform a little bit too sideways, and it went flying.
Right now isn't the time for a little small mistakes like that, but hopefully we can pick it back up.
Woo!
As Cece
Kernagi is getting in her head a little bit with two hits that have gone out of bounds in the same spot. Coach Coleman will call a timeout. This is a very interesting game on how it fluctuates.
It does fluctuate a lot. It seems that East was doing well and then fell right back down, and that when they fell, Colerain just picked it right back up.
Coach Coleman is now discussing strategy while the head coach of Colerain is cleaning up things with his players. Now, this game is a very interesting one, and it shows really the weaknesses and the strengths of both teams greatly, where they both are picking on each other's weaknesses.
I agree. I feel like Colerain and East are able to see where each team is lacking, but at this point in the game, it might just be a little too late and a little too long for all the players to keep holding on with the same amount of energy they started the game with.
Well, Colerain came out of that huddle with great energy, but hopefully the Hawks can match it or even exceed their Colerain's energy to dominate this game.
Hopefully the Hawks also don't get in their head during this game.
Now, it was an overpass kill, but there was a block there and it just got caught. Lily Horton was just not pressing over the net enough.
Colerain is now only 2 points away from winning this entire game, and Lily tipped it over. And it seems to travel not over the blocks of Colerain, but also over a defense player of Colerain's.
Yes, she did skim that ball with her hands, causing the libero to struggle to pick it up. Now Shayla McKay will serve, and hopefully she can bring in a few aces.
A ball is tipped over, and like we said before, these simple serves that just happen to roll over the net by a little bit have been getting both teams
Now
points.
Shay showed great surprise in that serve, making it over. And hopefully she can correct her mistake.
East is now only 3 points behind, and Lily is back up at the net.
And Lily Horton did have that overpass kill that caused Colerain's defense to scramble to get that ball. Now East has a lot more energy than Colerain does. And they're really closing in on that win. Colerain just needs 2 more points. But East is coming in fast with only 4 more points till the end.
Hopefully our defense and offense can match well together and we can keep getting these points a little easier than the beginning of this set. East came out into the timeout with a lot of energy where Colerain kind of was like sulking, a little quieter than before.
Let's hope that Shay will be able to make her serve and not get distracted by the Colerain fans.
There's a loud rumble going around the bleachers, but it does not seem to faze her.
Ooh, and Lola Karnagi did make an excellent save, taking a little bit of a tumble. And they do get the point by a Colerain player, number 2, Lauren White, being in the net. Shay will continue to serve, being 1 point behind Colerain.
The serve is good, and it goes all the way back up to the net.
Yes, they did make some great saves on that one as Colerain struggled to put it over.
Kennedy will set it up over to Cece, who will hit it straight down.
Cece has found her fire again, coming in with an amazing kill after hitting it out twice.
Not only is there energy going around the court through the 6 players, but also on the bench as that last hit got everyone up on their feet cheering. Another serve good will go over to Colerain.
Easily, Shay makes that look so easy, picking up.
And Cece
going in with another kill, where she
was aiming towards the same side that she had problems earlier, but only this time she was able to get the ball in.
And it was an amazing spot by her, and now East is 1 point away from winning.
It seems that East is able to catch Colerain off guard, as when Colerain starts getting really close to winning, East is just able to sneak up and get more points.
As I was saying earlier, East is a very fighting team. They love to fight back. And now we're having a little bit of a student section brawl where Colerain's players did have some sort of chant, but now our East players are coming back at it with a lot of energy, and they're really into this game.
They are. We are set up across the whole entire gym from their student section, and we can hear them loud and clear. The ball is over and is good, and will be sent back over to East, where sadly they let the ball fall.
Colerain did find the court with that kill, but hopefully East will bring out a win just like they did in the 3rd set.
Right now, we really need our back row to get that ball up to Kennedy.
It is middle Olivia Woodson who is serving for Colerain right now.
The ball goes straight back, and Kennedy is able to get it up for Cece.
Woo! Cece did slam it.
The ball went out a little bit, but Colerain was able to bring it back in.
Woo!
Kennedy dumped it, and it is a point for East!
With a setter dump, she gets the point. And now the energy is absolutely through the roof as Caitlin Combs comes on to serve.
Once again, we are at this point where they're very close in score that they need to win by 2 points, not just 1. A float is sent over, a beautiful float, may I say.
And Colerain sends over a free ball. Hopefully, East can use this to their advantage.
Yes!
Throwing in a trick play that worked. And it showed successful with East coming all in. They all came in, all the bench got up. This was an amazing fight by East.
Some players fell to the ground in that little huddle that just happened, and the student section has come out to greet the players after the winning point.
That was an insane matchup against Colerain and East. They are just one GMC place away from each other. As now East is celebrating with all of the players.
This will now leave East's overall record to become 7-11, as Colerain's will now fall to an 8-11.
That was such a good game.
A very tight game between two good teams, and as you can see, East still has energy.
Oh, and Mrs. Hall is bringing up that energy a lot.
Well, thank you for joining us today for East Varsity Volleyball.
We would like to thank Butler Tech Spark and the Athletic Boosters for helping this become possible.
And of course, thank you for watching and listening. And we hope to see you next time as we travel to Colerain tomorrow for the football game.
Yeah. I'm Tilly.
And this was Neve.
Thank you.
See you.